Welcome to this new interview. This time we have Mr. Fernando Rueda, who is a professor in the University of Burgos. Welcome to the UFITS project, Fernando. What has it meant for you to participate in European project, Jamonet project?
Well, for me it's a pleasure to be here and to participate in this project. I think you are leading a very good initiative to promote the knowledge of the European integration in the society in this city, in León, and also among the students. I think it's a great initiative, and for me it's a pleasure to be here and participate in this project.
Okay. Might you consider that we enjoy an optimum monetary integration in Europe nowadays, and why?
Well, we don't have a perfect monetary union, but we more or less are close to this project. It's true that we have a central bank, it's true that we have a single currency, but we need to improve some of the other elements which are important in an optimal currency area. For example, we need to improve the free movement of factors, especially labor, and also it would be necessary, for example, to have a stronger budget, because this is an instrument, a tool to face, for example, the effects of external shock, and we don't have this strong budget. Unlike the US, that they have a strong, they have a federal budget, they have more option to keep the single currency. We don't have this strong budget. In this sense, we don't have the perfect optimal currency area. We are close to the current this area, but we don't have the perfect. We have to improve, and it's one of our challenges in the medium and long term.
In Europe, there was an asymmetric shock during the last crisis. What are the effects of this kind of perturbations concerning monetary integration?
Well, when you are participating in a monetary integration process, the problem is that you have an asymmetrical shock. You don't have a lot of freedom to use your tools of economic policy, and some of the countries, if they suffer the impact of this external shock, some of them they cannot use the exchange rate policy and the monetary policy in the extent that they need to face this external shock. In that case, some countries of this process are going to suffer in a long extent the effect or the negative effect of this external shock. They are going to have a more painful adjustment to the external shock, and then it's probably the main cause for these countries, because they don't have freedom to use this monetary policy and this exchange policy.
And currently, how could the authorities manage the monetary policy counting on such low interest rates and low prices levels?
Well, they don't have a lot of freedom to do things, because the central bank in Europe has done everything that it can be done. Yeah. And now I think the problem is not in the monetary area, it's in the fiscal area. The European Central Bank have done everything. Now probably is the moment of the governments. They have to try to be able to articulate other policies, for example, fiscal policies or structural policies. But probably the main area is the fiscal policy. Now probably is the moment to use the fiscal policy, either to lower taxes or maybe to increase public expenditure. It's the only way to complement the role which is playing in this moment the monetary policy. I think it's the only way to use this context in favor of the economic growth in the member states of the European Union.
Mm-hmm. You are a specialist in Latin American economy. What are the main differences between Europe and America regarding monetary integration?
Well, there are big difference because in Latin America we don't have a lot of experience of monetary integration. The Latin American countries have been able to set up a regional system of payments. More or less they have been able to do this, but this is only the first stage of the integration, of the monetary integration process. And they have not been able to pass to the second stage or to get a single currency. They have problem in the moment that they are not willing to transfer sovereignty to a central authority which can control the monetary policy and the exchange rate policy. For this reason, they are in a very early stage of monetary intervention in Latin America. Only they have been able to get or to establish a regional system of payment. They have not been able to do more than this stage.
Uh-huh. And finally, I would like to make to you a last question. Do you think that we are going in a good way in the European Union?
Well, I think we are facing a very interesting moment. We have now the opportunity. Always we have problems, but when we have a crisis, we can see this crisis as like a problem or like opportunity. I think this is an opportunity for Europe. I think this is the moment that Europe can understand that the only way to overcome this crisis is becoming more Europe. Europe is becoming marginal in the international esteem. Mm-hmm. And the only way to overcome this and to face the challenge coming from the US and from the Asia-Pacific area is to make a deeper integration. And this involves to strengthen the monetary area of the integration, and also to start to work towards a fiscal integration. I know that it's difficult because if we try to improve our fiscal intervention, we have to transfer more sovereignty to the European Union. Yeah. And I know that this is something that I don't like to the citizens, or at least politicians are not able to explain to the citizens that this has cost, this involves cost, but also we can get benefits. And if we are not able to make understand this to the public, we are not being able to improve our intervention. But honestly, I think the only way to face the challenge coming from the US and from the Asia Pacific, and is the only way to face this challenge is becoming more integrated. Otherwise, the European Union is going to become a very marginal, in my opinion, area in the international scene.
Okay, thank you so much for this interview.